Hey y'all, this is Kylie from Wild Lemon Fitness. Thanks so much for joining us in our online studio. Let's work out.
Hey friends, Rachel here. Welcome to the Wild Lemon Online Fitness Studio. Today we're gonna get started with a full body bar workout. I'm super excited. So we're gonna do a little bit of a warm up and then just get right into the work, get right into the sweat. So I hope you're ready. Go ahead, come down to your mat. Come down all the way onto that mat. So we're gonna round all the way back. Feet are gonna be flat to your mat, hip width apart and parallel. From there, I want you to roll those shoulders back and down, pull those abs in. Your arms are gonna reach long overhead. Big inhale. On that exhale, you're gonna peel those shoulders up off your mat and then roll them back and down one more time. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, flipping those palms down to the floor. We're gonna start pumping those arms like we're slapping water here. So go ahead, get started whenever you're ready. Do a big inhale, big exhale here. Nice, slow, deep breaths. And you can keep those feet on the floor or find a challenge. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift my legs up to tabletop, pull those abs in a little bit deeper. You're gonna feel them engage right here. Keeping those shoulders back and down, keep it going. Inhale, exhale. And if you need a deeper challenge or you really aren't feeling those lower abs, which you should be, you can extend those legs to the diagonal. So find that challenge that works for you today. We're gonna do 2 more breaths here. Big inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale and release. Hug those knees in, rest your head, shake out those shoulders if you need to. You're gonna keep those knees right where they are. Big inhale. On your next exhale, you're gonna curl back up, bringing your nose to your knee, reaching those arms forward for your toes. From here, we're gonna extend those arms and legs out nice and slow, and then pull them in nice and slow. So you wanna inhale as you open and exhale as you close, trying to keep those shoulders high. So you're really gonna feel those abs start to shake here, and that's totally fine. So last one, we're gonna hold this one out, little isometric hold right here for 10 seconds, you got it. Pull those knees to tabletop if you need to. Pull those abs in, find that breath. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take another rest. Rest that head. From here, you're gonna set those feet back down, hip width apart. You can keep your feet flat. I like to flex mine. I feel like it gives me a little bit more traction, a little bit more control. And from here, arms are gonna reach long overhead. You're gonna bring that lower back into your mat, pulling those abs in one more time. Big inhale. On that exhale, we're gonna round all the way up to seated. So exhale, squeeze from those core muscles here, those abs. Inhale as you lower all the way back down, hands tap the floor. So exhale, squeeze to lift. Inhale, squeeze to lower. So those abs are working in both directions here. We only have 2 more of these. If you need a little assistance, you can take a light grip to your thigh. So find that modification that works for you today. This is gonna be the last one here. You're all the way up. I want you to round yourself back halfway. We're gonna lift that right foot, tap it down. Left foot, tap it down. We're just gonna do a couple of these. Fire up those lower abs. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. We're gonna do 2 more on each side. Here's 2. And last one. From here, I want you to float both legs up. Here's a challenge. You can keep them tabletop or extend them. Again, take a light grip if you need to. We're gonna do a little isometric hold here. You're gonna feel those abs shake, and I want you to breathe through it here. So shoulders back and down. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Go ahead, round back, hug those knees in, shake those shoulders out, maybe rock side to side. We are done with that warm up, so I hope your whole body is nice and warm here. We're gonna round all the way up to seated and get into some thigh work. So, the only equipment that you really need for this class, I'm using a chair. You're welcome to use a chair. Countertops are also great. If you have a kind of low dresser, that's awesome too. Find something around your house that works. I'm gonna use a chair. Again, back of a chair, awesome. High top, whatever you got going on. I'm gonna turn so you can face me, but you probably wanna stay facing your makeshift bar. I'm gonna turn so you can face me. Your feet are gonna be hip width apart and parallel for this one. So you wanna put a soft little bend in those knees, roll those shoulders back and down, and from here, we're gonna lift those heels all the way up as high as they can go. Again, tiny little bend in those knees, Pull those abs in to help you find your balance here. Shoulders down, abs all the way in. And from here, we're gonna start with just a little lower and a little lift. Nice, simple choreo here, so that makeshift bar is to help you with your balance as well. So inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift, just a couple more of these. Trying to keep those heels nice and lifted here, so you're really gonna feel that burn in your calves, and just breathe through it. And last one here, we're gonna hold this one up halfway, pull those abs back in, and from here, I want you to lower those heels down this time, and then lift. A little lower those heels, then lift. So, right here, I want you to imagine that you have a book on the top of your head. See how my head isn't changing levels? You have a book on your head. It's all in those thighs. I know it burns. Try to breathe through it here. You're almost done with this. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And then hold those heels all the way up. From here, we're gonna go a little down, a little up, a little lower, a little lift. So just an inch or two movement here. Super small. Again, using that makeshift bar for your balance. Finding that breath. Try to keep that chin lifted, shoulders back and down. Just a couple more of these. My thighs are on fire right now. Whew. Find that breath. It's helping you, I promise. All right, 2 more of these. Here's 2. And the last one, hold it here. From here, we're gonna lower, hold. A little go down, holds. A little pulse right here. A little pulse, hold. A little pulse, hold. And if you need to, shake it out, pop right back into it. Totally fine. Take a water break. Go find a sweat towel, whatever you need. A couple more of these. 1 more change after this. We're almost done. Super important to note here also that you want your weight in that second toe. You don't want to go out here. Keep everything in alignment. 2 more, then we're going to take it a little faster. All right, last one here. Little pulses down, down, super small, about a centimeter or 2 that you're moving here. It's small, but the burn is big. I know you're feeling it. Just try to keep that form. Almost done. Here's 10, 8, keep breathing, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those heels. Whew. Shake it out. All right. We got into our quads. Now we're going to do our inner thighs. So your feet are hip width apart. I want you to keep your toes where they are and bring your heels together. So if you've never done bar before, I want you to look down at your feet. You're making a little pizza slice with those feet. Not a half a pizza, just a little regular old pizza slice, okay? Roll those shoulders back and down. One more time. We're going to lift those heels all the way up. Glue them together, and then bend those knees. So you're making a diamond with your legs here. So we're gonna get into your inner and outer thighs. From here, we're gonna start just alternate pressing that thigh back. So little press right, left, little press right thigh, press left thigh. So you're using that inner and outer thigh here for that press. Super controlled, pressing those heels together. It's gonna help you keep those heels high. Pulling those abs in for your balance. A couple more of these. Whew. Awesome, just try to keep breathing. I'm right here with you, I feel that burn. Again, you can always shake it out if you need to. Listen to your body. Just tiny presses here. You got it. All right, we're gonna do 1 more on each side, and after that, we're gonna press back, release. So press back, control it forward. Squeeze, control. Whew, yes. Awesome, I'm breaking a sweat already. You might be able to see that my thighs are shaking, and if yours are, that's totally normal. Your muscles are just saying hi. They're just letting you know they're a little bit tired, but you're okay. Press, release, press, release. Awesome. 3 more of these. Ooh, you're so close to a thigh stretch. And from here, I'm feeling that burn. I'm gonna shake it out really quick, and then we're gonna pop right back into it. So from here, I want you to shift into that left leg. You're gonna extend that right leg. Try to keep that heel high. If you need to lower it a little bit, that's okay. We're gonna lift that right leg and then lower. A little lift, a little lower. So using your breath here really helps. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. And if you need to flatten that left foot all the way, that's okay too. Try to keep it high, find your challenge. We're gonna do 2 more of these. And then set that foot back down. Shake it out if you need to. Lift those heels back up, bend those knees, extend that left leg out this time. Little lift, a little lower. And you can put a soft bend in that left knee. Exhale, inhale, almost done. Still keeping, you're gonna feel all that weight on that right side. Keeping that weight in that second toe, like I said before. Last one. Set it down, bring those heels back together. From here, we're just gonna do little pulses to finish it off. So little pulse, little pulse. You're about to stretch. Close your eyes, breathe through that burn you're feeling. You are okay. Here's 8, 6, almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Ooh, I'm feeling that burn. All right, I'm gonna turn to face my makeshift bar. You're probably already facing yours, so we're gonna get a little stretch in here. So bring those feet hip width apart, and then I want you to bring that right heel into your seat, grabbing onto it with your right hand. Little bend in that left knee, pressing the top of your foot down into your hand, rolling those shoulders back and down. That should feel pretty good here. Stretching out that quad that you just worked. Nice slow deep breaths. Set it down, feet hip width, shake it out, and then switch sides. So again, little bend in that standing knee. You don't want to lock out your joints. Nice slow deep breaths. Pulling those abs in. And set that foot down, shake it out, maybe roll out those toes if you need to. And from here, we're gonna get right into some seat work. So you're facing your makeshift bar this time. You're gonna walk back, so you're about arm's distance away. You're gonna bring those heels together, toes apart. So again, making that pizza slice with your feet, little bend in those elbows. From here, you're gonna extend that right leg back to the diagonal. I want you to squeeze from that side of your seat to lift that leg up to your highest working point. Soft bend in that leg. You're gonna bring that heel all the way into your seat. And from there, we're just gonna pull that knee forward and then slide it back. So you're keeping that same height. You're using that side seat muscle this entire time. That's what's working. Think you have a table underneath that leg. It's not dropping. If you need to lower it a little bit, that's okay. But you're squeezing from that side seat to make this motion happen here. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders back and down, pull those abs in. Remember, you have a soft little bend in that standing leg. Finding that breath, letting it help you. Just a couple more of these. Squeezing those shoulder blades together here. That side seat might be on fire already, and that's okay. Just breathe through that burn. We got this. We're gonna do 2 more of these. And this next one, we're gonna hold it forward and just do a little lift and lower. So little lift, lower. And if that's too fast, slow it down. Do whatever you need to do here. Listen to your body. So you wanna keep this right hip a little bit higher than your left. I'm not sure if you can see mine right here. You wanna avoid sinking into that standing hip because that standing hip is also probably on fire right now. Shift over into that right hand just a little bit. That's gonna help you get out of that standing hip. But keep in mind that standing leg is working really hard right now as well. So it's gonna be on fire. And we're just gonna work through it. 5 more of these. Here's 3, 2. Hold that leg lifted. From here, we're gonna extend it out to the diagonal and then pull it back in. So extend it out and pull it back in. Inhale. Exhale. Again, if you need to lower that leg a little bit, that's okay too. Keeping those shoulders out of your ears, super important. Keeping that chin lifted. Whenever something gets really hard or we think we can't do it, we tend to drop that chin. Keep it proud. Nice, slow, deep breaths. I'm on fire. I'm dying. I'm sure you are too, but I'm right there with you. Almost done. And as always, if you need to shake it out, do it. That's fine. That's fine, you're at home. Nobody's watching you. Just a couple more of these. We're gonna do one more. And hold that leg out. From here, I want you to fold that forearm, that left forearm, to whatever you're using as your bar. Really pull those abs in for balance. Tiny bend in that standing leg. You're gonna reach that right arm back if you can. You can bring it to your hip if you need to. Reach that right arm back, and we're gonna do a little lift reach. So like you're reaching for those toes here. It's a little extra waistband work, and adjust as needed. If your hands to your hip, you can still do that motion. Just a little cinch in that oblique. And I'm getting a little wobbly, but we're almost done. So remember, shake it out if you need to. We're almost done here. Here's 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Set that leg down. Get a little stretch in if you need it. I'm gonna do a little stretch here. Actually, we're gonna face the bar, your makeshift bar. Cross that right flex foot over your left knee, and then just try to sit back like you're in a chair, which I know is ironic since I'm using a chair, but that's okay. You see you're stretching out that side seat. That should feel really good. And then whenever you're ready, stand it up. Again, we're gonna shake it out, and you're gonna switch legs because that standing leg needs a little stretch too. We're about to work it out, and it's already tired. Nice deep breaths there. Shake it out, open those hips up, whatever you need to do. And then we're gonna get right into that other side. So again, you're gonna be about arms distance away, heels together, toes apart, a little bend in those elbows. And from there, we're gonna extend that left leg back this time. And then roll those shoulders back and down. Squeeze to lift that left leg up, bring that heel all the way into your seat. And from there, soft bend in that standing leg. You're gonna slide that left knee forward and then slide it back. So remember, you have a table underneath that leg. It's just sliding forwards and backwards, trying to keep that same height. Super important there. Pulling those abs all the way in. They're helping you with your balance right here. Really find that breath. Almost done here. A couple more of these. We're gonna do 2 more. And last one, we're gonna hold that leg all the way forward as much as you can. And from there, just do tiny, tiny lifts. A little lift, lower, going at your own pace. Don't worry about me and my pace. Focus on what your body needs today. And just find that challenge that works for you. Little lift, lower, lift, lower. And you can make that range as big or small as you want to today. Totally fine. Here's 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold it lifted. Now we're gonna slide it back and then pull it forward. So inhale on your way back, exhale forward. Keeping a tiny bend in that standing knee. I know that leg is shaking. And it's always important to keep in mind here that your second side, and I tell myself this all the time, super helpful advice, your second side is always the hardest because everything's already tired. This leg was already holding you up. This other leg already worked. Second side's harder. So just really try to breathe through it. I know I say that a lot, but this is the time. Really breathe through that burn because I know everything in that lower half is on fire. Just try to keep it going. Inhale forward, exhale back. You got it. You're doing awesome. Inhale, exhale. Keeping that left hip lifted just a little bit, pressing into that left hand a little bit if you can. 3 more of these. Last one here. We're gonna hold this one out. You're gonna fold that forearm if you can. You might have to adjust that footing, and I'm gonna face this way, so you're gonna reach back for those toes. A little reach as you lift that foot. Little lift, lift. And keep in mind you're working from that side seat muscle here, and that bottom leg is shaking, and that is okay. Lift, lift. Almost done. Pull those abs in here. Really reach for those toes. Again, you can bring your hand to your hip if you need to. You got 10 more of these. Here's 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that leg down. Whew, everything is on fire. I'm sure everything's on fire for you as well. We're gonna take a seat and get a little seat stretch in. It's nice to sit down on the floor. All right, so I want you to bring that left leg in. That right leg's gonna come long. You can point your toes if that feels good. Sit up nice and tall. Right arm's gonna come down. That left arm's gonna reach all the way up and over. So stacking those shoulders, really pressing out through that left side body here. Really get that stretch in, pressing that left knee down, looking up to the ceiling, chest stays lifted. Nice slow deep breaths. And then when you're ready, you're gonna carefully rotate, turning your chest towards your thigh, and gently reach forward for whatever you can grab here. Maybe drop that head just a little bit. Give yourself a gentle pull, whatever feels good. And then slowly rolling it up. Bring those feet back together. Left leg goes out long this time. Readjust, sit up nice and tall. Left arm comes down, right arm reaches all the way up and over. Chest and chin up to the ceiling. Press that shoulder down. Mine always likes to come here. I always have to readjust. So keep that in mind. Shoulder away from your ear. Big inhale and exhale. Carefully coming up, you're doing that slight rotation here. You might have to adjust that leg. Pull it a little more forward. Grabbing whatever you can reach. Give it a gentle pull. One more breath here. Slowly rolling it up. From here, we're gonna bring those legs straight out in front. Maybe give them a little wiggle at first. Flex those feet, it's gonna feel nice on those hammies. Big inhale, arms all the way up, shoulders down. Exhale, fold it forward. Grab whatever you can reach. Drop that head, drop those shoulders, give yourself a gentle pull, maybe a little rock side to side. Nice, slow, deep breaths. And slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back and down. All right, we're done standing. You're welcome. Now we're gonna get into some abs. So I want you to turn back to be parallel with that mat. And from here, we're gonna start with our feet flat, hip width apart. You're gonna round all the way back, pulling those abs in, adjust those pants if you need to. We always do, right? All right, so whenever you're ready, arms up, big inhale. On that exhale, you're gonna peel those shoulders up off just like we did to start. And then you're gonna bring those hands to your head. So you've engaged those upper abs here, pull those abs in, squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. You're resting your head into your hands. So really try to turn that neck off. And from here, we're gonna extend that right leg nice and long. You can point that toe. From here, we're gonna pull that right knee in as we curl over to the right and then come back to starting. So you're gonna exhale as you curl, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Inhale as you come center. So exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Really use that breath. I promise it is going to help you here, probably more than any other section of class, to be completely honest. It's helping you pull those abs in. And also, I always say during my classes, breathing's number one and form's number two. You can't pass out during your workout, otherwise you're not working out. All right, we're gonna do 4 more of these on this side. Keep that breath going. Wipe that sweat if you need to. Here's 2. And last one, we're gonna hold this one over here and do a little curl, release. Little pull, curl, release. You might feel it deep in that right oblique here. Press down through that left foot. Exhale, curl. Inhale as you release. couple more of these. Pressing those elbows back, really trying to relax that head. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Coming back center. You can take a rest if you need to, totally fine. Reset in the center whenever you're ready. Extend that left leg nice and long. Inhale, on that exhale, curl twist. Inhale, return center. Exhale, curl twist. Inhale, return center. So it's important to keep in mind here that you're not literally bringing your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. You don't want to over-rotate, and you don't want to crunch that neck. So it's the idea of bringing the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. You want to keep those elbows nice and wide so they're supporting that head, that neck. 3 more. Here's 2. And last one, hold this one lifted, do a little pull curl, a little release. Pull curl, little release. So in this position, your chest is going to be facing that thigh. So that right thigh is only slightly lifted up, or that right shoulder, is only slightly lifted up off that mat. Keep using that breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 5 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and last one. We're going to hold this one lifted. I want you to extend that right leg. And from here, we're going to do a nice slow switch. Nice slow switch. So again, legs are lifted. If that's too much weight on those abs, you can keep both legs bent at 90. But now you're engaging those lower abs here as well. So a little bicycle switch. Those abs are probably shaking. Mine are on fire. Inhale, center, exhale, coming opposite. Almost done. 2. And last one, we're gonna hold it center. I want you to rest that upper body. And now we're gonna dig into those lower abs just a little bit more. So from here, we're gonna alternate tapping those toes. So it's important to keep in mind, you want to keep that lower back pressed into your mat. You want that lower back engaged into that mat. Really pull those abs in here and make sure you're not tapping those toes too close to your body. You want to try to tap that end of your mat, but again, it's imaginary. So you're not actually tapping the end of your mat unless your legs are really, really long. That's fine too. So keep that breath work going. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Try to keep that neck relaxed. You're almost done. And then we're gonna hold both legs lifted. Go ahead, zip them together here. Readjust, reset, shake out those shoulders. Both feet tap, and then you lift. Tap and lift. And if that's too much, you can just lower a little and lift a little. And you're still working those lower abs. So inhale. Exhale, you are almost done. Here's 4, 3, you got this. 2, finish strong. And last one, hug those knees in. A little rock side to side. Whew, you made it through. We're done with that. Maybe shake out those knees if that feels good on those hips. And then I want you to reach your arms and legs long in opposing directions, shooting energy out through those phalanges. Release that lower back from the mat. Big inhale here. Let's do one more breath. From here, we're going to flip over onto our front side. Do a quick little cobra stretch out those abs. Hands under your shoulders, roll those shoulders back and down. Both hips are down into your mat. And from there, you're just gonna press it up. Keep that chin lifted, shoulders down. I like to keep a little bend in my elbows. You wanna keep those shoulders out of your ears. And then exhale, lower down. Shift it back. Stretch out that upper body. Press those shoulders down into the mat, away from your ears. And slowly walk those hands back, sitting up nice and tall. Shake it out. You made it through. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sweaty. I hope you are too. And I hope to see you back here really soon.